Happy New Year's, guys. Nathan Meadow Down Under here for his first video of 2021. Having a nice drop of Woodstock bourbon to celebrate the new year. What this video is all about, I'm going to do my metal tag 2021. It's Scott's The Rock Scouts take on the normal tag. This is just for metal fans, which I thought was absolutely awesome. I'll probably jump on the Vinyl Tag 2021 as well, but I'll do this one first because it's more my thing. Some awesome questions from Scott, and such a great idea. As I said, 20 questions. Some of them were quite tough. Had to really think hard on them, and I kept on changing my answers. And also Metal Mickey stole a few of my ideas because he was right in there at the start and got his tag done very early, which is probably the best thing to do. So I'm going to get on with it. 20 questions. I've got them all written down on a piece of paper, so if you see me looking down, that is why. And I've got all the music stacked down here, so hopefully I've got them all in order. Otherwise, shoot me. Number one, music spoiled by vocals. Now, I thought of plenty of albums for this, but I had to pick one, and what I've gone with is Suicidal Tendencies and Controlled by Hatred. For a start, I hate the cover, and I just really don't like the vocals on this particular album. Just boring, very low in sound compared to the music. And yeah, I love all their other stuff, especially around this era, the 80s and early 90s. But this album just doesn't do it for me because of the vocals. Love the music, just Mike's vocals for me personally aren't so great on this album. Don't know why, it just doesn't click with me. A few other albums I could have picked. Pantera's Far Beyond Driven. Love the previous albums, but that one, yeah, just don't get into his vocals. What else is there? Obviously there is what Mike Metal Mickey said, and that was King Diamond. I love the music, I just cannot get those high pitched vocals, and I don't know anything by King Diamond for that particular reason, or Merciful Fate. Yeah, just me being me, that's the way I am. Getting dry already. Number two, an album you love that's let down by bad production. Now, I'm not sure about the reissue of this. I think they remastered it, so that probably sounds somewhat better. But I don't own that. I own the original, and that is Megadeth and Killing Is My Business. Absolutely love the album. I just find the production very thin in sound, no bass really, and yeah, just very thin. It was their debut album, so probably didn't have the money to blow up everything, but yeah, fantastic album all the same, but yeah, it's very thin on the music and sound. So yep, Megadeth. I could also have shown this in another particular question, but I don't have the other version, so yep. Number three, a band that suffers from a weak member. Now I'm going with a certain vocalist. He's a great bass player, I might add, especially with his original band, but his vocals aren't great at all. And I'm talking about Duff McKagan and Loaded. Music's really good, and there's a few tracks on here that his vocals are quite good, but generally I just find his vocals terrible, pretty shit. But yep, Duff McKagan's Loaded from 2011. What are we up to? 4. Show an album that defines heavy. Now I've got a couple here. first one that came to mind straight off the bat is my favourite album from, well, second favourite album from this band, but this suits the question better, and that is Slayer and South of Heaven. Not a massive Slayer fan, but this particular album I absolutely love, along with Seasons in the Abyss, but that cover just shouts heavy, and even the names of the songs, Silent Scream, Live Undead, Spill the Blood, just metal through and through, heavy stuff. But also chose something else for the cover alone, and that is Hard and Heavy from Anvil. As you can see, it's got heavy in the title, and you have got metal, chains, anvil, you've got the hammer coming down with a sweaty arm. Yeah, just shouts metal to me. Anvil and Hard and Heavy. What do we got next? Show an album recommended to you by the music community. Now there has been so many, but I can only pick one or two. So what I've gone with, Paul DeVito recommended me this, and that is Suicidal Angels and Years of Aggression. Fantastic album, fantastic band, really good. Thrash metal, I believe they're from Greece, I think somewhere around there, don't quote me, but Suicidal Angels, and a fantastic cover there. So thanks Paul, great recommendation. And another one I thought I'd just pull out is an EP that I just received recently, and that, is Wicked Smile. Australian band. This is just a 4-track EP, but they have a new album coming out full length this year, which I'm really looking forward to. And this one was recommended to me by Brendan Von Doom, as this band comes from Australia. He gave these guys a real good plug on his channel, and it's really fantastic. Modern hard rock with an 80s twist to it. 80s sound. Great stuff. Wicked Smile. Show an album that takes your musical taste in a different direction. Now I've gone with a genre, not so much an album, and that genre is musicals. I love musicals, even though I'm a big metal fan. I love my musicals. I was brought up with them. My dad was in musicals when I was young. Did lots of operatics, musicals. We went along to them, and in actual fact, my mum and dad met through operatics, through being in musicals. So it's in my blood, and yeah, some of the stuff on these almost makes me want to cry at times, because it's just such beautiful stuff. Big metal fan, but yeah, tears still come to the eyes at times when I hear some of these tunes. I've seen all of these, all three of these shows live, along with so many others. Sound and Music, Fiddler on the Roof. I don't know why, but I just really enjoy show music and musicals. So yep, don't hate me for that, guys. Just something I really love due to my upbringing. Cheers, guys. I also like to thank all the new subs I've had this year, and just all the people who have commented on my videos. That's what I'm here for. Talking to fellow metalheads, my age, younger, older. It's really given me a new lease on life. None of my friends around here are really heavily into the music anymore. When I was younger, yes, but they've all grown out of it, whereas I'm still full on to the heavy metal. So thanks to you guys for keeping the metal alive, especially for me. I've lost where I was. A gem from your collection. I've got a couple. First one is and I take this question as albums or bands that aren't very well known and give them a bit of a plug. So first one is an English band called Control the Storm. They are a symphonic power metal band out of the UK, as I said. Really, really good stuff. Female fronted. They do have keyboards in it, but not overly heavy keyboards. Just fantastic stuff. Control the Storm. This is album came out 2019 or was it 2020? I think it was 2019. But yeah, good stuff. Control the Storm. The album is called Forevermore. Check it out. And the other one is I've plugged this band a few times, but I've never seen anybody else show it. Along with Control the Storm, never seen anybody here in the music community, as far as I'm aware of, show them. Same with this band here. Oh, I got too many there. And that is the band Poker Face and Game On. Fantastic, melodic, thrash metal. This one's very much more polished, going for a wider audience. New vocalist on this particular album, but yeah, this isn't so much thrash. It's quite heavy at times, but yeah, just really, really good stuff. Game On. And then there's Poker Face, Divide and Rule, and this one is pure thrash metal. Great stuff. Female fronted. Just awesome, heavy thrash. And then the debut EP, Terror is the Law, as you can see, sort of like inspired by Venom, and this is probably the heaviest release. Really growly vocals, really great stuff. Poker Face, check them out. They are from Russia, from memory. Russia, Ukraine, around that area there. Fantastic stuff. They also have their latest EP, which was signed, but I forgot to pull that one out. So what question number was that? That was number 7. How long are we going? 12 minutes. Have to go through this quickly because my camera will probably die. Number 8. The band in your collection that formed closest to where you live. Easy for me. So the shirt I'm wearing, Midnight Switch, and it's a single, CD single, and it's a 2-track single. Goes with the shirt. Awesome hard rock band. If anybody is aware of the band, The Angels out of Australia, similar sound to them. These guys come from my hometown where I live. Met them end of about a year ago, and really down to earth guys. I don't know if they're still together. I know one of the members left last year for personal reasons, which was a shame, but hopefully they're still going. Midnight Switch. A metal album you reach for melody wise. The album playing in the background is what it is, and that is Heat. The band Heat, where are they from? Sweden. This one is called Freedom Rock, one of their earlier albums with the original singer. Just fantastic melody, real feel-good music. Absolutely love it, and that's what you are listening to in the background. And the other one is Sinner's last album, Santa Muerta, my favourite album of 2019. Love this album. Just really melodic stuff. These guys have been around since early 80s. I didn't become aware of them until I joined the VC. I think it was the Rock Scout, in actual fact, who turned me on to these guys. So here was another band I could have shown for an album that I discovered from joining the vinyl community. Great stuff. Sinner. Now, where am I up to? The album in your collection you would sell first. Easy for me. Hate this album. Only have it because I collect everything they have. Saint Anger, Metallica. Revolting album. The song's absolute garbage. The drums sound absolutely terrible, which also could have used Lars in one of my questions, but Mike stole that one too. Great minds think alike, eh, Mike? But yeah, just horrible, absolutely horrible. Not a good song at all on this. No guitar solos, just absolutely bollocks. Vocals are shit too. Can't say anything good about it, so it'd be going out the door very, very quickly. Not as though anybody would buy it, because it's such crap. Which subgenre of metal would you delete from history? Now it's not so much a genre, or it could be, I'm not sure it's called slamcore. Yeah, it's death metal, but it's with grunt vocals. You can't understand anything at all, just I find that garbage. So yep, that's what I'd delete. Don't know what you call it, slamcore, whatever. It's almost like I bark like a dog there. I can't do it. Yeah, but just with the grunt. I know Mark G can do a good impersonation of it, but yeah, just don't like it. The band artist you would like to see an album or reissue from? Now I've gone with a reissue. Now I own everything else she's put out in the 80s, this lady put out in the 80s, but I cannot find this one on vinyl. All the rest on vinyl I have, but this one I cannot get it. As far as I'm aware of, none of her stuff has ever been reissued, but I wish they would. This one goes for huge money on Discogs, and that is Some Girls Do by Lee Aaron. I'd love to have a copy of this on vinyl, have it on cassette, have it on CD, no vinyl in sight. I think the cheapest I found it for was 60 pounds, I think it might have been, on Discogs. Can't afford that. If you convert that to New Zealand money, that's $100 plus postage. Excuse me. But tickling my throat. Yep, Some Girls Do, Lee Aaron. Please reissue it. Or if anybody's got a copy on vinyl that they'll be willing to part with. Yeah, bit of a plug there, but yeah, an album I really, really am after. Which 80s metal act would you love to see a comeback album from in 2021? Smash Gladdies. This album's called Social Intercourse. Fantastic album from the 80s. Great sleaze metal, sleaze hard rock, female fronted. Absolutely love it. And yeah, put out another album, guys. Fantastic stuff, especially if it sounds anything like this particular album. Smash Gladdies. They're out of New York, as far as I'm aware of. Show an alternative variation or album cover. Now I struggle with this, and then I thought of the perfect one, and that is the Final Countdown from Europe from '86. Love this album. There we have the cassette with the picture of the band on it, and you can get that version on the vinyl as well. So there's my variations on the album Final Countdown, which got played on New Year's Eve, where I was. A band for you that defines metal. For me, it is this band right here, Black Sabbath, the godfathers of heavy metal. As far as I'm concerned, that's where it started, and that's the band I'm going with. Black Sabbath. A lot of people would say Iron Maiden, Judas Priest. Great choices, but for me, it's the band who started it, Black Sabbath. Paranoid, great album. Show your most metallic cover. Not sure exactly what he meant by that. So I've gone with the same sort of idea as Mike went with, and I've gone with Metallica. Excuse me. And then Justice for All. Very, very metallic, sort of like grey colour. Plus you've got Metallic. My favourite Metallica album. In fact, my favourite album of all time. Metallica. Well, sorry, my favourite thrash metal album of all time. Can't say that because most of you guys know what my favourite two metal albums of all time are. But favourite thrash album, Metallica, Justice for All. So I'm going quite fast. My camera's going to die very, very soon. an album you disliked at first, but now highly regard. I bought this album when it first came out. I loved the earlier stuff, but this for me was just sounded a little bit different, and I couldn't get into it. But now I love it. Bought it again when I got back into vinyl, and that is Motorhead in 1916. Don't know why I didn't enjoy it back in the day, but played it again, and now, yeah, absolutely love it. Motorhead 1916, great album from 91, if I remember correctly. I got a big stack down here, I think it's going to fall over in a minute. An album you liked, but now disregard, the opposite to the other question. Metallica, Death Magnetic. This album was so much better than the previous albums, Load and Reload, so it was a bit of a blessing in disguise for me, so I really enjoyed it. But this today, yeah, I just find it very boring. Just thin in sound also, just, yeah, not so great. Enjoyed it then, not so much now. A band that deserves more recognition. Now, the only person I believe I've ever seen show this band before would be Tony Tainted Lord, 87. A band I can't get enough of. Just fantastic stuff. And that is folk metal band Helvete. And here's their live album, live at Masters of Rock. Great band, 9-piece band. Absolutely amazing, all kind of instruments used on their releases, and yeah, just amazing stuff. Check out Helvete. Certainly need more recognition here in the vinyl community. I know they have a massive following, especially in Europe, but in the VC just don't see them showing. Yep, Helvete. Took me a while, I didn't even know how to pronounce their name. I used to say it was Alluviate, but now it's Helvete. And final question, number one grail going into 2021. It's the same grail I had in 2020, 2019, 2018. Ozzy Osbourne, No More Tears. Please, 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 record companies, I know you're not watching this, but bring out a reissue of No More Tears. Such a fantastic album. Why do you not bring out a reissue? Yep, need one. So that's my answers to the 2020 medal tag, thanks to the Rock Scout. Fantastic questions. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Look forward to watching plenty more. Get out there and support the Rock Scout's channel. Go and sub him. I'll leave a link below to his channel and to this actual medal tag. So once again, Happy New Year's, guys. And see you very soon. Nathan out.